So you guys are some of the more new members to the werewolf pack. How does it feel in particular to be the only female? How does it feel to, it seems like a very, it's kind of like a strong woman-powery position to be in.
It's funny, it's ironic that it seems like that from the outside, because I think for Leah it feels like totally disempowering, and I think she feels really out of control. And I think in Eclipse, a lot more than Breaking Dawn, it was driving her mad, and she was just miserable all the time. And in Breaking Dawn, it's much better because she leaves the pack and she's with Jacob and Seth, and that's so much more comfortable for her. I think just like the stress just melts away when she does that.
Can you guys talk about the decision to leave the pack?
Yeah, I think for Seth it was more just like, he definitely thought this was the right thing to do. And kind of anything Jacob wants to do, he wants to do, because he idolizes Jacob, looks up to him like as an older brother, and just really wants to do whatever he wants,
Yeah, and I think for Leah, the decision was totally primarily getting away from Sam, from her ex-boyfriend.
And we can all understand that.
Yes, I'm sure we can. And then it's interesting because it creates this other conflict for her, which is that now she's in a position of protecting her enemies from people who were like her family before. And so I think that's a lot of what Breaking Dawn is about, is just doing what's right and trying to figure out, what the right thing is.
In a really complicated
In a very complicated,
situation.
supernatural environment.
That we all encounter all the time.
Yes.
Everyday life.
Speaking of which, let's talk about the telepathy.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize that part of the things that werewolves do is communicate telepathically within their...
Yeah.
And you can't control whether or not you want to hear it.
You cannot control.
Yeah, you cannot control it.
That's part of what Leah's problem was with being around the wolf pack, and that's why she and Jacob are so connected, because they have the same tortured thoughts about different people, and they can sympathize or empathize with each other. But that's really cool, though, the way that they did that in Breaking Dawn. We haven't seen that before, and you haven't seen it either, but...
Wait until the premiere, November 14th.
Do you guys ever wish that you had telepathic capabilities?
If I could control them, like I want to know what you're thinking, then okay, that's enough. But if I always had to hear what people are thinking, then I don't think that'd be good.
Absolutely not. And in my life now, 6 months after finishing filming, or even more, will sometimes just think oh, I'm so glad people can't read my mind right now.